Gemini gang. Good to see you guys. This is for you if you have Gemini and your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. And we are going to read for the person you are dealing with and you. Heads up, everyone. I've had to adjust my pricing on personal readings. It goes into effect today, which is March 16th at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, so I just want to let everyone know about that. I had to do that just because I was being inundated, and I had to do away with mini readings. So you can see all of that information that has been updated in the description box below this video, okay? So I just had to. I was just inundated, y'all. So at any rate, just want to let everyone know about that, okay? So at any rate, with that being said, Gemini, we are going to read for the current person, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Get a snapshot of their energy, your energy, and what to expect going forward, Gemini gang, okay? All right, let's get started, y'all. I hope if you haven't already done so, you'll subscribe to my channel, all right? And make sure you get the notifications adjusted on the notification bell to where you get notified of all of my readings, okay? All right, Gemini, kind of interesting. Whew, okay, we got some issues here. Let's talk about this thing in just a minute. Woo, okay. Gemini, we just need to talk. Okay, you know, if you've been watching me for any length of time, and I started reading by saying this is going to be heavy on the advice. We all know what this means. And with that being said, Gemini, let's chit-chat a little bit. Okay, let's talk about your zodiac signs with the caveat that that really doesn't matter. But everybody wants to know, so here they are. Aquarius and Gemini, you have fire, air, water, and that's it. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started. All right. Let's look at this thing. All right, this is a perception thing, I think more so of each other for the majority of you, Gemini. So let's get started. I'm going to start with yours, okay? First of all, it ain't going like you want it to. Point blank, period. The Seven of Swords is in the center of your world. It's in the center of your energy. You are just really not happy, and you're very guarded about this whole thing. I think something has come to light, okay, for you, okay, with this Ace of Swords, okay? That's all about getting some clarity, and as a result, you're not happy about it, okay? You're very guarded, and I think you're very worried about the whole thing. In your mind, though, whatever this thing is that happened, and something did happen, we're going to get to their energy too, you think they're blaming you. Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups in reverse, okay? Or maybe you're blaming them, okay? That could go either way. Either you're blaming them for everything and not taking your own responsibility, or you feel like they're doing that, okay? So let's go over here. All right, so let's walk through this thing. At the center of your person's energy is the Lovers reversed, and there's also the Star reversed and the Six of Wands and the upright, okay? You know, every card can be positive or negative. It really depends on the cards around it. And here's what I think. Your person feels like there's a lot of divisiveness here, a lot of combativeness, okay? And they have really lost hope in the whole thing. They're feeling very pessimistic about it, okay? And they may not be stepping up, taking some action that they need to, or they may feel like you're not, or they may feel like this is unrequited love, like somebody is just so mad that, you know, this, that, and the other. And again, these energies can go either way, but whoever's over here that's given up on everything is kind of thinking about flying solo on this whole thing, like they might be better in an independent mode, okay? And I get that all day long, okay? But they really have lost their hope about this thing in general. They don't feel very optimistic about it going forward, okay? And the one on this side is very combative and probably not taking responsibility. But something came to light in this whole thing, okay? All right, where do I see this thing going, Gemini? By the wayside, in a manner of speaking. And again, we're caught in the blame game, okay? Endings all day long with this Three of Cups in reverse. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. A lot of doubt here. Probably really, really influenced by something outside. There is some outside influence here, probably with this Queen of Wands. Possibly a third party. I don't see the card that says that, but I certainly don't see faithfulness either. So this can go either way, okay? So, you know, I think maybe for some of you that is an issue, but I don't see it being the majority of you. But okay, a lot of doubt and indecision here in the whole thing. And it's going to leave, I think it's really going to leave there's a lot of confusion around this whole thing, okay? Again, maybe some hesitancy to take action, but at the end of the day, somebody does, and I don't know whether it's going to be you or your person. That's in your person's energy, okay? So I don't know if they feel like you're going to, and that's their perception of you, or if it's them, what they're going to do, okay? But at any rate, somebody does take some action. And this is the blame game. One or both of you maybe are not taking some responsibility for, you know, your own energetic vibration and that sort of thing. You feel like you did, you know, or the person. One or both of you feels like it was all the other person's fault, okay? And that is never the case, okay? You know, a lot of confusion, a lot of self-esteem issues, immaturity, maybe even a little bit, you know, harsh words with that Queen of Wands in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse. That can be very painful actions that cause disharmony many times too, okay? So that's what I see about this situation. And I mean, I know I painted a number of different scenarios, but all of them basically ending, you know, and let me just say this. There is nothing that is ever set in stone, and I say this a lot. If you want this thing to work out, it will take both of you coming to the table and taking action in yourself to make this thing work, okay? And I don't know if you want to do that or not. That's a decision that you're going to have to make and your person's going to have to make, okay? If you decide that, you both have to not only talk the talk, you have to walk the walk and both raise your vibration, because here's where you are right now. You're vibing pretty low. I mean, I'm just going to call it like I see it, Gemini. If one of you does the work and the other one doesn't, you're going to miss each other and collide, and it's going to end up in what I predicted anyway. But at least one of you will step up and fix yourself. So for that, I will be glad. But at the end of the day, it takes both people doing it and consistently staying on top of energy work. And I cannot go into that in a tarot reading. That is why I have all the playlists that I do, okay? I could sit here for 30 days and not even take a bathroom break and not near about cover everything on the topics that have to do with energy work, soul work, shadow work, okay? Raising your vibration, okay? So with that being said, let's get some advice from the tarot for you, Gemini folks, okay? Advice from the tarot. Let's take a look, Gems. Let's take a look. These kind of readings are not easy. They're really not. I like the ones that are fun better. But I have a responsibility to tell you what the cards say, okay? So I know that somebody needed to hear that. I have no doubt. And I hope it didn't apply to a lot of my Geminis, but understand this. Somebody needed to hear it, and that's why, you know, that it happened like it did, okay, Geminis? So if it's not your story, then happy for you. If it is your story, then I hope it helps you, okay? But let's get some advice for you guys, okay, Gems? Let's take a look. Do not get out of balance with work, okay? Do not get overly out of balance and let your identity become what you do for a living, okay? Eight of Pentacles, that is the advice with that card. The Star card is all about going inside, and I don't read reversals for the advice part. But the Star card, and this is Aquarius energy, you also have Earth for what it's worth, but is all about going inside and doing shadow work and healing. And if ever there was advice that was needed, it is the case with this reading that I just had, okay? But it's about stepping into better days ahead, optimism, hope, healing. This is a very highly spiritual card, all about going inside and doing the energy work and soul work that we just talked about, okay? Towers. When something goes by the wayside, let it go by the wayside and do not fight it. Towers are this is the root card of root awakenings, okay? It's all about truth coming to light and causing something to topple that was built on shifting sand or false beliefs, okay? It was a house of cards anyway. You let it go. You don't fight it. It's all for your benefit, actually, because it's clearing out the rubble that you really just don't need in your life, That's what towers are. They're hard to go through. It feels like ice cold water when it's 15 degrees outside, okay? In your face, okay? I get it. I've been there, done that. It hurts many times. It's often unpleasant, very much unexpected. I mean, you see the shock on this person's face, okay? But you let them fall. You don't fight it, okay? You understand that this is happening for your best. I promise you that. Let's get some Moonology for you, Geminis, okay? Moonology. Adjustments are required. We need to step up the energy work all day long. Whoever story this is, you know who it is, okay? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. We have talked about this throughout this reading, okay? And some of you may be dealing with a Cancer. That was Pisces energy, by the way. And this is Cancer energy. A personal issue is going to reach a resolution. So one way or the other, this thing is going to work itself out. Whether the tower falls and you know, clear it up, and move forward, or it actually energetically changes from what predicted outcome we had, it's going to happen. So happy for you there. Let's get some quotes for you, Gems, okay? Let's get some quotes. Let's get some quotes. Anger. Let's talk about it. Anger is an acid that can do more harm in the vessel in which it is stored than to anything onto which it is poured. And that is good old Mark Twain, right? Author, fantastic author. Huck Finn was one of them. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. There were some others that he wrote. But anyway, why are you looking for love? You are love. Just look in the mirror. That's where it's at, right? Addiction begins with the hope that something out there, and we're talking about addiction to people, okay? That something out there can instantly fill up the emptiness inside. Jean, I don't know how to say this, Kilborn, all right? All right, and here's another one that's very appropriate for my Geminis, and I have to give it. I normally don't give this many quotes, but you know what? This one fits. Don't match energy, okay? You've seen those memes that say, I match energy, so you decide how we're going to act today. Okay, that's very toxic, okay? It's just real low vibe. Instead, you disrupt the energy. You influence the energy, and you change the energy. You are responsible for how you behave, whether you behave in an appropriate and high vibrational manner to keep your vibration up, despite how other people may be acting idiotic around you, okay? You can act however you want to act, and that is 100% on you, okay? You don't act some way because somebody else acted some way. You act some way because you decided to. I don't care what somebody did. There you go. All right? So with that being said, Geminis, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel. Thank you a billion.